Cheers, guys.
Hey,
Winners drink champagne. That's how we do this in this
I
household.
mean, I'm not a winner for much longer, but I got in the playoffs. So.
You get beer for finishing sixth.
There you go.
Congrats on that.
I'll try and rebuild. But
Hey, playoffs to playoffs.
playoffs are playoffs.
Anything you can do to get in.
Playoffs.
Want to jump into last week's scores here?
Let's start with my favorite game of the week. Not my own, but David and Dudley.
What in the hell?
That got me in the playoffs.
So David needed, literally, to not throw up on himself to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I got him by
That's
a game.
all he needed.
I got him by a game and a half. So
How did this happen?
It wasn't that close. Pick up stolen bases and pick up more wins. You lost each of those by a point, but whip was kind of close, but everything else...
Now, I know Dudley here is going to say I swept pitching, but 4 wins, 3.82 ERA, 135 whip. Come on.
So is it more of a Dudley just ass whooping or just David?
David puked on himself and passed out and was horrific.
That's what happens when you drink too much. Maybe
David,
you drank too much the entire week.
I am so embarrassed for you. What that affected, we'll go with your matchup.
And I
versus
conceded
Marcus.
the playoffs. Yeah, so we were talking about this all week long. We were in a wedding together, and we were talking about how this could happen. We got hitched. I'm married 2 times now. I do have a ring. And basically figure out that David needed to get skunked, and I needed to win 9 games.
And we said that was impossible.
It wouldn't happen. It's a great story.
Yeah.
It keeps us interested in it down the stretch. But it happened. And if you look at my stats, they're okay. They're not great.
I mean, you were playing Marcus.
True. My offensive stats, I like to say, are pretty.
They were
pretty
were not bad at all.
41 home
you
runs, 10 home runs.
You would have won some matchups there.
Pitching wise,
Dudley-esque.
Dudley. I mean, almost identical to Dudley.
Yeah,
almost
it really
identical
is, yeah.
ERA and quality starts in WHIP.
But you pulled it off.
Yep. So in the playoffs for this week. And let's go to the other guy.
Let's go with the other on the edge. Now, Brandon was in playoff position, needed to also not choke. He did choke.
He did choke, but not a big
Not
choke.
enough.
Yeah.
He didn't David choke.
I almost caught you for 5th place.
Look at those ERAs. I mean, 4.88 to 4.81. Brandon wins.
That's like Colby Lewis ERA right there.
It was sort of a pathetic matchup all around. There was nothing going. Matt had 16 home runs and 50 RBIs.
The old.
Holy crap! I didn't even look at that.
The old wise tale of what goes up must come down. Maybe that's Brandon's story right now.
Now, what's great about Matt is that he has Yoenis, which means no one else has to face Yoenis. So, cheers to us for that.
Yeah. Well, more likely than not you, not me.
Yes. Yeah. Now, going back to Dudley, he was in a fight for the 3 seed with Derek. We kind of assumed Dudley was going to win that. And he did. But barely, because Derek came out with a big 8-2 win. Not big enough. But
and let's just explain to you guys what good pitching stats are. Besides that win column, 7
that's all I have to say. And the quality starts, my goodness.
So it wasn't that good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We'll move on and explain what real good pitching looks like.
Yeah.
So I was 3 games back of Dustin. Needed a fairly big win to pull off that 1 seed. Not that it really matters 1 or 2. You get the bye either way. But if you want to know what good pitching looks like, it's 8 wins,
That's
10
good.
saves, a 1.74 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 882 Ks per 9, and I only had 5 quality starts and lost that category.
Lost your winning category.
I know, that's stupid, right?
But hey,
that's stupid.
You can only do your best.
You can. I mean, when somebody puts up 10 wins, you're not going to win. I mean, that's
unless you get 11.
Rick Porcello put up 2 wins with a 3.77 ERA.
You know, who was the idiot that drafted him?
You.
Yeah, that was me.
Lee got a win with a 6.94 ERA. I mean, there's nothing you can do, you know?
McHugh got a win with an 8.44
Nothing you can do.
ERA.
So,
he was on the bench.
You know, whatever.
Hey.
So, that happened, and the playoffs, like we talked about last week, the standings that we predicted, I think we nailed them.
Except
we had David in.
David 6, me 7, and
so we were pretty close.
Yeah.
So congrats to you that are in. Moving on to this week now. we are getting 2 massive anticlimactic blowouts. Is this going to stand? We'll talk about your matchup first.
It looks like it. Getting swept in pitching. I have only had 2 starters throw, and I have Arrieta and Shelby Miller throwing tonight. But I did have King Felix lay a giant deuce on my playoff hopes last night. Brett Anderson got a quality start for me,
though. The categories aren't that far off, though. I mean, you could easily come back here and make it. I mean, it could be a 6-6. You know.
What happened then?
I think it goes to best record, possibly.
So I win then, right?
Probably.
Yeah, best record.
So let's hope you don't get skunked, because I don't want to see a boring matchup.
Yeah.
On to Derek. Speaking of boring matchups, this one looks like it's probably going to stay pretty boring.
Hey, Brandon, nobody thought... Well, actually, I thought you were going to catch into the playoffs, so...
Yeah, we both thought that a long time ago.
So actually a lot of people thought it. But like I said, that old wives' tale, what goes up must not go down.
The positive of this... Nope, there's no positive. None. Sorry.
I know how you feel.
I was trying to find a silver lining.
Hey, we made the playoffs.
But it does look like at this point next week we'll be looking at me playing Derek. What an old school rivalry there, and then Dudley versus Dustin. So that'll be kind of as expected all year, given David's total and
he was he was 2 idiots #1 seed being here.
Well, so it goes. Now we'll play some another PTI game. Why
not? We've already ripped off their show enough
totally.
This year.
Percentages.
Sure.
Do you want me to start with one?
Yeah, go for it.
Percentage chance, since we just talked about it, that either the 1 or 2 seed in our league win the championship.
I'm going bold. I'm going 100% chance.
Wow.
I'm going bold. I'll even go further than that. No, I'm not going to. 100% chance. One of the top 2 seeds.
I'm glad a teacher is not teaching kids that there is more than 100%.
I'm 101%.
I'm going to say about 75%.
You gotta be bold.
Because Dudley is lurking.
I don't think so. I think he's getting all of his good energy out on me because he has this hatred for me.
His team scares me a little bit.
Then see, he's gonna look forward to beating you to get his revenge on all of our comments, and he's gonna totally look past the number 2 seed and lose. I think Dustin beats him.
I hope that's I don't know. I mean, either way, you're playing with poison, so.
Yep. All right, I'll go. Our fantasy. Speaking of Dudley. Percentage chance he sweeps pitching in one of his playoff matchups. I'm going to go with a 1% chance because I think I'll eke you out in one of the categories and you won't sweep against Dustin.
I mean, right now, you're sweeping Dudley, so odds are good, right? No. 0.
So you got your hopes up.
Absolutely 0. Your pitching sucks.
Although I think you handle pitching better than Matt Williams does.
Well,
everybody does.
This glass of champagne does that better.
Roy Williams, remember a couple episodes, we think he would do a better job.
On to some Major League percentages. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm going to the game Sunday, so I'm going to stick with the Cubs. Percentage chance they get by Pittsburgh, and then they get by either Dodgers or Mets. Get by Cardinals to face Dodgers or Mets.
If it wasn't going to be played in Pittsburgh and Cole wasn't pitching, I would say a lot higher, but I'm going to go with about a 33% chance. I love Arrieta, but Pittsburgh, Garrett Cole, I know they got him to him a little bit yesterday, but I like that situation too much. I'm giving them a decent enough chance to get out of it. I think if they do get out of that, I do like their chances against the Cardinals, ironically enough, but
I like that too. If they get past that game, I'm surprised by you giving them such a low chance with Arrieta on the hill.
I do love him, but Pittsburgh, Garrett Cole. Pittsburgh's been to that playoff game a couple times now.
2 in a row.
Cardinals managed them. They know how to do it. They're not going to run into the Giants. I actually like the Pirates a lot. So
fair enough.
They're fun club.
I'm going to go with a 50% chance. It's a total cop-out, but that's what I'm sticking with. It is a pretty big
cop-out. My last one, as most of you know, you should know, I'm a huge Rangers fan. And so my percentage chance that 2 teams from the AL West get into the playoffs. So basically, you're going with the Twins getting in if you're saying that the 2 teams aren't going to get in, because right now Angels are 3.5 back of the wild card, Astros are at the head of the wild card, and the Rangers are in first. First time since 2013.
I'm going to go with 100% chance.
I'm going with a 91% chance.
There's no way the Twins make it. There's no way.
Paul Molitor is probably my favorite DH of all time. I mean,
random. Who knew anyone had a favorite DH?
If the Rangers won the division, I would root for the Twins to get into the wild card.
Oh, I would too if I was you.
But guys, first place since 2013, and they better not fucking lose it tonight.
Who got pitching?
I said something.
Oh,
Martin Perez against that Dallas Keuchel guy.
Yeah. That's not going to be
Heavy
great.
left-hand hitting lineup.
If you can make it to the pen in the 7th or 8th inning, I think you got a good shot there.
2.23 ERA against Texas.
And since I don't need Gregerson for a save tonight, I hope they go nuts on him.
2 great games. Hey, if they take 3 out of 4, I'll be happy. But why not sleep? Those are our percentages.
And one last thing. Why don't you pick a MVP and a Cy Young of our fantasy league? Now, keep in mind, fantasy stats versus real life MVP could be totally different, could be the same.
While we're here, why don't we talk about it?
Yep.
So my MVP is a player that is on your team, and it's Bryce Harper. Because if you remember, before you got all of my good players and one of your players back, Harper was carrying your offense to a large part. So that's my MVP, and he'll probably win the MVP of the National League. So.
I would probably stick with him too, and I don't mean to brag, but number 2, I might even go with Nolan Arenado, given that he was a 5th-round draft pick and giving me first-round production.
I mean, it is most valuable player.
And given that's a third base, that's scarce. I think I picked him on the 2-3 turn, so either way. Yeah, I think either way it's coming from my team. So, not sorry.
My Cy Young award, he's on your team too, Jake Arrieta.
He's not on my team.
Oh, you traded him away, and I have him for 2 more years. How awesome is that? Cy Young Award winner, hasn't lost since late July. His ERA is under 1 in the second half of the season. He's at a 1.99 ERA right now. I think he's going to get the Cubs a split in Pittsburgh tonight, which tells the Cubs they can win in Pittsburgh. So that's my Cy Young Award winner.
That was a 6th-round pick, correct?
It was. That's why I can keep him for 2 more years. And you traded him to me.
That's a pretty solid one. I wanted to go with DeGrom, but his last few starts have not been great.
Last night wasn't great. 2 nights. Last night, right? Last night.
I still just rue the day that I picked him and picked Tyson Ross over him when I could have had Arrieta and DeGrom for 2 more years.
That's what we call a dynasty there.
Yeah. I mean, I can't shy away from Arrieta's Cy Young either. He's disgustingly
I like how he throws across his body. It's fun to watch.
And you know who's coming on strong right now? A little too late, but Steven Strasburg.
Yeah, if they weren't down like 9.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But hey, Harper came out today and said, "I support Matt Williams."
Did he? I didn't see that.
Why would he?
Good PR move, but no one else really does. So, anyways, that's all we got for today. I hope that you two that are in the lead fall back a bit and make this more exciting.
No Ron Washington for that managerial job.
Nope. No, thank you. Not at all. No. It seems like the younger former players are working out right now.
Besides Brad Ausmus.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, but I mean.
But the Paul Molitors of the world. So who's the next it thing? Next young guy.
I don't know.
What do you think of Yachty being a manager soon?
He's got some time left to play, but yeah, I mean he's your Mike Matheny type of catcher. What about I'm gonna throw a name out there who's working in instructional leagues. Jason Kendall. Why hasn't anybody given him a chance?
He knows the game as good as anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe an interesting one. Anyways, we'll leave you with that.
Dusty Baker, National.
No thanks. We've already tried him with the Cubs.
Larry Walker.
Didn't work out. That's a random. Canadians aren't allowed to manage, are they?
I forgot.
Isn't that a rule?
Forgot.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Anyways.
Also, watch out. Barry Zito, Tim Hudson, both are going to have their last starts of the year in Oakland in a couple weeks. It'll be fun to watch.
Oh, it's interesting.
Sentimental for me.
Didn't realize that.
Season tickets as a kid.
And this is Tim Hudson's last season.
Yeah.
Is this Zito's last season? I assume so.
Yeah, he got called up today. So
it's got to be it for him. Yeah. He sucks. Anyways, that's all we got.
Barry Bonds, manager of the...
Nope, that's not going to happen.
Edgar Martinez.
Nope.
Pudge Rodriguez.
Yes.
Wants to get into managing.
I would take him. There's no one that knows the game.
I still think the Nats would do better at Roy Williams.
I still think so too. Or this pad of paper.
Tinker, what if you just wrote down a lineup for them to follow for the entire year? And like a depth chart of like 4.
The lineup isn't the problem. It's the
bullpen,
the pen management. Yeah.
Ozzie Guillen.
No, absolutely not. Anyways, we're going now. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Send in your suggestions. They might listen.
See you later.